One of the most valuable time management skills you can develop is the habit of organizing your tasks by priority. Brian Tracy referred to this process as eat that frog, which here it means practicing the habit of tackling our biggest, most important tasks first. This task or frog is one that we are most likely to procrastinate on. It's also the task that can have the greatest positive impact in your life and result at the moment. It comes from a story by Mark Twain. By the way, he said, if you have to eat a live frog, do it first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day. And your frog is your biggest, ugliest task. So do the worst first now. Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. 21 great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. If you are like many people these days, feeling no time and many things to do, jump from one task to another one and it seems all unfinished, this book might have an answer for you. In this video, I'm going to share the best insights from the book. First, set the table with goals to find your frog. Clarity is the most important concept in personal productivity. The number one reason why some people get more work done faster is because they are absolutely clear about their goals and objectives, and they don't deviate from them. What are your goals and objectives? Here is the best way to set goals. Determine what exactly you want. Write your goal on paper. Set a deadline for your goal. Make a list of the things you need to do to achieve your goal. Break down the prepper list into small activities. Prioritize what needs to be done first. Get things done quickly as planned. And finally, take one step toward your goal every day. What is your number one goal? Take a clean sheet of paper right now and make a list of 10 goals you want to accomplish in the next year. Write your goals as though a year has passed and they are now a reality. Use the present tense, positive, and first person so your subconscious mind can accept them faster. For example, you would write, I earn X number of dollars per year, or I drive such and such a car. Then go back over your list of 10 goals and select one that, if you achieve it, would have the greatest positive impact on your life. Whatever that goal is, write it down on a separate sheet of paper, set a deadline, make a plan, take action on your plan, and then do something every single day that moves you toward your goal. Second, plan every day in advance. Every minute spent preparing can save you 5 or 10 minutes when it comes time to execute. The best way to plan is to sit down and make a list and add any upcoming tasks to this list. You need different lists for different purposes. First, a master list, then a monthly, weekly, and finally a daily list. Third, apply the 80-20 rule to everything. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, says that if you have 10 things to do, 2 of them will be worth a lot more than the other 8 put together. Often in reality, one item on a list of 10 tasks that you have to do can be worth more than all the other 9 items put together. These tasks as invariably the frog that you should eat first. Before you begin work, always ask yourself, does this task in the top 20% of my activities or in the bottom 80%? Resist the temptation to clear up small things first. Your ability to choose between the important and the unimportant is the key determinant of your success in life and work. Fourth, consider the consequences. There are activities and responsibilities that will have the most impact on your life or career, positive or negative. so they should always be your top priority. Successful people are those who are willing to delay gratification and make sacrifices in the short term so that they can enjoy far greater rewards in the long term. It's better ask yourself: 1. What are my highest value activities? 2. What can I and only I do that, if done well, will make a real difference? 3. What is most valuable use of my time right now? And 4. What is my biggest frog of all at this moment? There is never enough time to do everything, but there is always enough time to do the most important thing. Fifth, practice creative procrastination. Creative procrastination is one of the most effective of all personal performance techniques. The fact is that you cannot do everything that you have to do. You have to procrastinate on something. Therefore, deliberately decide to procrastinate on small tasks of low value or no value. Everyone procrastinates. The difference between high performers and low performers is largely determined by what they choose to procrastinate on. So every day create a to-do list and a not to-do list, and don't do anything on your not to-do list until everything on your to-do list is complete. Sixth, practice the ABCDE method continually. Organize your tasks based on their importance and worth. This is the best way to organize your life, and you can use it every single day. You start with a list of everything you have to do for the coming day. Preferably make your list the night before, or at least the morning before you start work. Never start work without a list. Think on paper. You then go down your list and place on A, B, C, D, or E next to each item on your list before you begin the first task. An A item is defined as something that is very important, that is something that you must do. This is a task that will have serious positive or negative consequences if you do it or fail to do it, like visiting a key customer or finishing a report that your boss needed. Those are frogs of your life. A B item is defined as a task that you should do it, but it only has mild consequences if you do it or not. Like returning a phone call, going for lunch with a coworker, even checking your email. Those are not major tasks. The tadpoles of your life, and nothing serious happens if you don't do them. The rule is that you should never do a B task when an A task is left undone. You should never be distracted by a tadpole when there is a big frog sitting there waiting to be eaten now. A C task is defined as something that would be nice to do but for which there are no consequences at all, whether you do it or not. And a D task is defined as something you can delegate to someone else. The rule is that you should delegate everything that anyone else can do, so you can free up more time for the A tasks that only you can do. And finally, an E task is defined as something that you can eliminate altogether and it won't make any real difference. 7. Focus on key result areas. Key result areas are specific areas or activities that directly contribute to achieving your goals and objectives. They are the crucial tasks that yield the most significant results in your work or life. First, identifying. It's essential to identify what tasks or activities align most closely with your goals. These are tasks that, when completed effectively, will have a real impact on your success. Second, prioritizing. Once you have identified your key result areas, prioritize them based on their importance and impact. Focus your time and energy on these tasks rather than get stuck by less critical activities that don't contribute significantly to your objectives. 8. Apply the law of three. The law of three is a technique that helps you identify the three most important tasks you need to complete daily. Here's how to apply this method. Make a list of all your responsibilities and tasks. From this list, choose the three most important tasks that contribute the most of your work and personal life. Focus on completing these three tasks every day. With this method, you will learn to concentrate on what truly matters, improving your productivity and effectiveness. Ninth, prepare truly before you begin. Get everything you need at hand before you begin. Make sure your workspace is organized, clean, comfortable, distraction-free, and conducive to productivity. 10th, one step or bite at a time. List the steps you need to take to reach your goals, then concentrate on the current step. One of the greatest ways to beat procrastination is to focus on a single action or a step you can take instead of letting yourself get overwhelmed by a huge task. 11th, upgrade your key skills. Identify the key skills that can best help you achieve better and faster results. Then highlight those where you have special talents. Among that group, focus even further on those that you enjoy. This is the key to unlocking your personal potential. And of course, continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. 12. Identify your key constraints. Between where you are today and any goal or objective that you want to accomplish, there is one major constraint that must be identified and overcome before you can achieve that major goal. Ask yourself, what is it in me that is holding me back? And what is the limiting factor or a skill that reduces my speed? 13. Put the pressure on yourself. To reach your full potential, you must form the habit of putting the pressure on yourself and not waiting for someone else to come along and do it for you. You feel better about yourself whenever you push yourself to do your best. You increase your own self-esteem whenever you go beyond where the average person would normally quit. You must choose your own frogs and then make yourself eat them in their order of importance. Turn work into a game, set a deadline, and run after it. 14. Motivate yourself into action. To keep yourself motivated, you must resolve to become a complete optimist and decide to respond positively to the words, actions, and reactions of the people and situations around you. Have a positive mindset, focus on the solution, not the problem. 15. Our relationship with technology. We should consider using technology as a productivity tool rather than a distraction trap. Setting boundaries using technology efficiently and take advantage of access information and data fast and easy rather than just surfing the internet. 16. Maximize your personal powers. The key to personal performance and productivity lies in optimizing your physical, mental, and emotional energies. Your productivity significantly relies on your physical health and energy levels. Working smarter by prioritizing tasks during your peak productivity hours and taking care of your well-being with regular breaks and enough sleep is crucial for maximizing overall productivity. 17. Focus your attention. The concept of focus your attention highlights the significance of eliminating distractions, practicing single tasking, and prioritizing important tasks to boost productivity and achieve better outcomes. 18. Slice and dice the task. First, In Salami method, break down a large task into a smaller manageable steps. Focus on completing just one small part at a time, similar to eating salami slices. Starting with a small step makes the task feel less overwhelming and encourage further progress. Second, in Swiss cheese method, make progress by dedicating short, specific time intervals to work on the task. Commit to working for as little as 5 or 10 minutes, creating small punctures in the task, like holes in Swiss cheese. This approach generates momentum and a sense of accomplishment, motivating further work. Using these methods helps overcome procrastination by breaking tasks into manageable parts, fostering a sense of accomplishment, and creating internal motivation to progress toward completing the entire task. 19. Create large chunks of time. Most of the really important work you do requires large chunks or blocks of unbroken time to complete. Your ability to carve out and use these blocks of high value, highly productive time is central to your ability to make a significant contribution to your work and life. With blocks of 30, 60, or 90 minutes time without distraction, you can complete important tasks. 20th, develop a sense of urgency. Here is the important concept of action orientation. Highly productive people take the time to think, plan, and set priorities. They then launch quickly and strongly toward their goals and objectives. It seems to go through enormous amounts of work in the same time period that the average person spends socializing, wasting time, and working on low value activities. A sense of urgency and work on high value tasks enter you in an amazing mental state called flow. It's mean higher clarity, creativity, and competence. You are more sensitive, aware, and often come up with brilliant ideas and insights that enable you to move ahead even more rapidly. The faster you work and the more you get done, the higher will be your level of self esteem, self respect, and personal pride. One of the easiest and yet most powerful ways to get yourself started is to repeat the words, do it now, do it now, do it now, over and over to yourself. If you feel yourself slowing or becoming distracted by conversation or low value activities, repeat to yourself the words back to work, back to work, back to work, over and over. 21st, single handle every task. Every great achievement of humankind has been preceded by a long period of hard, concentrated work until the job was done. Single handling requires that once you begin a task, you keep working on it without diversion or distraction until the job is 100% complete. The truth is that once you have decided on your number one task, anything else that you do other than that is a relative waste of time. So, back to work and just concentrating single mindedly on your most important task. And don't forget, one of the very worst use of time is to do something very well that no need to be done at all. As I wrap up this summary, I encourage you to read or listen a complete version of book. I only just scratched the surface of all the wisdom shared by Brian Tracy in this book. Thank you for being here with me today at Chapter Clarity, and wish all the best for you